Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benzo, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move it, see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. It's only 8 a.m. I won't do it for the ground. I know I'm a man, I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's good in YouTube chat, Zoom chat, you name it. Let me see how all systems go here. And yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Everything's working. Buy or sell, sir? Both. Whichever one you go into profit, that's the trade I gave you. So let's do it. Let's have a look here. Today is NFP day, classic old NFP day. Let's see what's going to be going on. We have Swifty here. Yo, bro. Hope you're well. And let's have a look what we got going on. So we'll talk a bit about NFP, about what we can expect for news. How does it work? I'm going to explain about unemployment rate as well. I'm going to explain about job changes, how that it affects inflation here, and give you a rundown. Yesterday, something very interesting. We saw Europe basically reduce interest rates for the first time in 5 years. So they did a 25 basis point reduction, and that's the first of the banks. Canadian bank and Europe bank, Swiss banks, they're the first of the bunch, which doesn't really mean that US is going to follow through, but we're starting to see that, right? We're starting to see that, and we'll see what ends up happening. So let me go and analyze GJ, then we'll get on to gold, because I want a few more people in here before I start explaining about NFP. And if they miss NFP analysis, then that's their problem. But it is going to be important just to understand it. So let's go ahead here and start on daily time frame here. So if we're looking at daily time frame on GJ, we've already obviously created a resistance here, right? So we've created a resistance. We can see that we respected yesterday's zone here. And if we start breaking this daily low, there is potential for continuation down here. But when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we start to see how we're creating these lower high patterns, which starts making sense here. We are holding above this previous, which was after our first initial breakout out of all-time highs here. This is where we found our first support and resistance after our first breakout. So we are still holding above there. I really think sells will get going once something ends up closing below that zone. There is where really sells are going to get going, is once we start to close below this zone here, as this is basically the zone where we had our initial support and resistance formed after the major breakout. So this is your all-time high breakout in terms of 4-hour time frame. We found resistance there, we pulled back, and then we had the continuation. First structure formed was right here. So that's why that is going to be an important zone here, and we can see us already reacting off it, right? So it's not like we don't know yet. We do see that as well, giving me more confidence that price is still respecting that zone. So if I were to see candles leaving that zone, this is where you're going to get probably your heavy sells coming towards the downside, at least back to fill this range here, and that range will be filled. So that's it in terms of ranges here. Now if we go down to the lower time frame, I'm gonna bring back drawings here, and 15-minute watch zone is the same here. So we're gonna bring that down, and we're gonna also write here P4SBO, which means previous 4-hour support in the breakout. So we know what that zone is, right? Now if we move down to 15-minute, what's beautiful about that zone is that that is also where we have this support here. So I feel if we break out of that support, that's where sells are going to make sense. Now this is where a lot of people are going to lose money, same as yesterday. We're in the same range. This range is disgusting. If you remember yesterday, we tried to take buys, right, and we got stopped out at break even, and that is a good decision, because even if we held, we would have got 10 pips here, which is not enough because we had a 17 pip stop loss. We would have moved to break even after 10 pips just to be stopped out break even again. So both roads led to the same path, and we didn't get that continuation, which is why I was being more aggressive and didn't really trust this move. We're still stuck in the same range. Now we're towards the bottom of the range. If we look at what's going on 4-hour, we do have a 4-hour resistance here. Starts to become quite a mess here. I think buys would make more sense above this previous 4-hour support here is where buys are going to make more sense here. This you can just remove here. Now I don't like buying in the range, as it's quite inconsistent. This range here, this range is quite inconsistent. You do have 14 pips above that high there. 30-minute here is around 16-17 pips, so it's not the worst here, but it is quite an inconsistent range. I think if we were, and today is fully bearish bias, so you have to keep that in mind, right? If we look previous daily bearish and previous 4-hour bearish. So I'm not personally, I mean, it's tough, it will be kind of counter trend, but you will be breaking above 4-hour, breaking previous 4-hour high. I still consider us in a range. If we look at this, we're still ranging in between this zone, so that does make sense. But realistically, I don't really like trading within the range. Now, if we start to break down below the support, I feel like we could get some Friday sell-off action here and get a heavy sell-off towards the downside, especially if we're creating structure like we're trying to do now. Trying to sell back down to the support, it's hard because you don't really, I mean, it's possible here, but you're really expecting buyers to play out through here, which I don't think is the case in the range. Reason why is because we're seeing heavy reaction from the bottom of the range here, where we see these big candles form here. So you're trying to sell, you're asking for a slap, but the time it does break, then you're not asking for a slap because you have the confirmation, and then we can look to target around this 500 zone or wherever price decides to lead us to. So that's basically what I'm looking for on GJ here. Pretty straightforward. Now NFP day today, right? So NFP day today means non-farm employment change. Basically the name of jobs. So they're expecting more jobs to form here. They're expecting employment rate to stay the same. So let's do a little bit of fundamental understanding here. So high unemployment, right? High unemployment is actually going to equate to what? To an economy that needs a bit of help, right? But unemployment that is too low is actually bad for the economy as well. People think, oh, lower the unemployment rate, the better. At the moment, no. Because if the unemployment rate is too low, what will end up happening is that people, in order to find skilled individuals, since unemployment rate is low, they need to do what? Raise wages. Wages will be higher, hence people not being unemployed because they're staying in their job, they're happy with the wages. And in turn, when wages are higher, people are being paid more. That is going to be reflected into where? Into the services sector and into products, right? We're going to see either companies, they're going to find ways to reduce prices elsewhere, or it's just going to be ended up going into who? The consumer. And that's why inflation starts to creep up. So when we see unemployment rate go down too far, it's actually a bad thing and it's not what we want. But on the other hand, if we see unemployment rate go up too much, now we're starting to see an economy that is struggling. So if we see less jobs being added and unemployment rate start to continue up here, that is going to be worrisome for an economy, and that's going to encourage the US to reduce interest rates, right? Because they want to try stimulate the economy by stimulating spending, right? And if more people are spending on products, more people are going to be hired to run these companies, right? Made basic for you guys, all right? So that's the whole idea behind it. So what will the market react based off this news? If we see unemployment rate come back here lower than expected, okay, if we see it come back lower than expected here, that is going to be a positive potentially for dollar here. If we see though non-farm employment change come back lower than expected here, we're going to see gold pop up here. Reason we're going to see gold pop up here is that people are going to start to hedge and they're going to say, okay, unemployment is not doing as good, we have to see what's going on, money is going to go into gold here. And also, right, if employment is being bad, so basically keep it simple for you guys. If employment is bad, it's going to be bad for the dollar because then they expect interest rates to reduce. Better employment is going to be positive for the dollar. You'll see gold go down, and then what will happen? Why is it positive for the dollar? Because we can keep interest rates higher for longer, right? We can keep interest rates higher for longer. So that's how that works, okay? And obviously the Fed doesn't want to reduce interest rates to repeat what happened in 1970. So what happened in 1970 is that the Fed, right? The Fed did what? The Fed reduced interest rates too early and sent inflation spiraling again, okay? So they don't want to make a repeat of that because once inflation gets out of hand again, they end up going into potential recession yet again, okay? So they really don't want to be doing this to their economy, and they want to keep interest rates as high for as long as possible while stimulating growth in the economy to ensure that inflation comes down to a good level here, right? They want inflation down back to their 2% target, right? They want inflation back down to their 2% target. So based on what we've been seeing yesterday, today, etc., I'm going to refresh this. What can we expect for numbers here? Well, obviously, I think it's hard for me to say right now, which is why I probably will soon. But if we're looking at yesterday's data coming in here with the unemployment rate coming back a little bit higher, right? We're seeing more people claiming unemployment yesterday. We can expect maybe a 1.1% tick up here, and we can see employment change tick down a little bit. Short term makes sense for gold to pop up. In the short term here, we could see gold also pop up. Now, if we look at gold, what's going on with gold here? and do the analysis on gold and start off on daily time frames, that makes sense based on a daily time frame to drive up. What we can see news is news could also flash, give us a flash move down where we see uncertainty, which is still positive, right? We might see slightly different numbers which cause a little dump to grab liquidity, and NFP later give the move towards the upside. So if we're looking at what chart is doing here, we're obviously full bullish bias here. We've had a massive pump overnight again, continued towards the upside since yesterday, right? We basically retested. This is what we were talking about in London. It actually did end up playing out during London. You just had to hold really wide stops, but we were talking about the possibility, actually this break of second structure here, it was your sells here to get back down and retrace this move here, this break of second structure. Wonder why I didn't capitalize on that. That's interesting. Need to look back at that. What time was that? 11:15. That can't be right. But yeah, this move back down. Oh yeah, I remember now. This move back down here can come and end up, retracing the news move, which we saw. We basically came to the origin of news move, bounced off it, and now we're back towards the upside. So what do I expect for today? We bring back drawings here. We go to daily time frame and we go have a look. So daily is pretty clean towards the upside. We don't really have much to worry about. 4 hour on the other hand as well, pretty clean towards the upside. I'm gonna mark this as our previous 4 hour range here, just to see use this as a watch zone, because that's all we have to play with. P4R, right? So it's not that important, any previous one, but I just want to know because this is a very clean zone here, so we want to be slightly careful. We're looking at 1 hour time frames here. We obviously start to have some sort of support and resistance here. This is a 1 hour support here. Do need to keep that in mind. 1S. So we came very close to it. I wonder if the 30 is closer. Yeah, 30 is closer here. 15 as well. Let's see how the 15 looks. Yeah, 15 is the same as the 30 here. We have a 50-minute resistance here. That's your range you're playing with. So now we can go and see how price has reacted off that. Yeah, so we closed above. There's a 1 hour. Okay, perfect. And your next 15 up there. So basically what I would want to see here is, since we created this resistance here, I want to see 30 minutes candle starting to close bullish here, creating supports to continue towards the upside. This previous daily resistance I don't think is of relevance anymore. We did close below it, but I'm not seeing it be too relevant anymore. So let's have a look. Yeah, we did react off it once though. That's interesting to see. This can go. Just keep it for the sake of it. If we start to see price close above here, I think we can get some form of continuation back towards the highs. It's 30 pip range, so that's where I'll be looking for above here. Right, above here for buys. Okay. And then otherwise supports, we're pushing down now. We need some sort of supports. I'm not too interested in selling. I don't see anywhere to sell just yet. There's no reason for me to look for sells right now. It is NFP day, so I'm going to be extremely cautious on gold. Counter trend sells could be below here, but I don't trust it. We're full bullish bias. That would be going against my rules. So yeah, we do also have a breakout candle on the 4 hour, right? 4 hours broken out of the range here. So we'll have to see what price wants to do here. As I said, news can give us the extra liquidity grab down to here before continuing up bullish. And yeah, we'll have to see how that is, If you watch the previous one on gold, we closed below. How important is that? I wouldn't consider this a major daily resistance. It's a daily pause candle, if you see what I mean. It just paused at that spot there. So you would kind of rely on that spot now to be held by this 4 hour candle. So if we see 4 hour candles faking out, closing below, that's where we could see some issues. And yeah, that's the analysis here. And everyone is spamming GJ in the chat. So can you guys just relax? I just gave you full fundamental analysis for free. No one appreciates that. They're just saying GJ. I bet GJ, what is GJ doing? Yeah, we know the plan. I just said the plan of GJ. It's not even there yet. 9 minutes till this candle close. You guys can't do anything for 9 minutes. Can you relax? Jesus. So that's the analysis. Now it's just a matter of waiting here. NFP day, not a day to do anything crazy here. Many people skip trading on NFP day due to uncertainty of the market, as market a lot waits for the news. We saw that yesterday. GJ's been ranging here, right? We've seen gold as well yesterday be a little bit erratic and then move a little bit later on. And that's about it, man. That's about it. So if you guys enjoyed the analysis, please do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. How much of us? 400 of us in here and 60 likes. You guys asking me GJ, but you don't, where's the likes? So if we could do the YouTube business, would appreciate it. Get the likes up to 200 so I don't have to ask. And yeah, plan for GJ is sells below here, but I need a close below. I'm not taking it before a close below. We might get the 1 hour closing below here in 8 minutes as well. So I have nothing I can do before 8 minutes, as that what follows my rules. I'm not taking it on a 5-minute time frame, as it's still super early and it's NFP day, and I want the confirmation of the 1 hour candle close. If it just rips and pushes below, then I haven't missed anything, as that really doesn't follow my plan. I know it's NFP day. If it wasn't, would that gold 4 hour bottom with this deep bottom wick be good break of high for buys? Even now it would be okay, but which one? No, it's NFP, but 4 hour with this deep bottom wick be good break of high for buys? Well, no, you try to buy to back up to the highs. You wouldn't buy up here. Otherwise, now you're missing on a 100 pip move. So you, instead of, I'm talking swing. No, it's a terrible swing. Very bad swing. Reason it's a bad swing because look at where you're buying in terms of the move, right? If you draw a box and say, okay, that this is my range here, okay, this is the range we're looking at. You're literally right here in the range. Your swing should have been that one. That's your swing. From down here, so that you can put stops below ranges here. Otherwise, where's stops gonna go? Stops will have to go somewhere here, and doesn't make sense to get to here. So swings always come from, as they said, from swing highs and swing lows. So you're looking from swings from the bottom. Now, if this thing pops to the top of the range, you'll be looking for what? You'll be looking, if we start rejecting, creating resistance like this, that's where swings towards the downside start to make sense. If we revisit down to the lows, make support again, you look for swings again from there. It's just playing from the bottom to the top, from the top to the bottom. Or if we get major pullbacks back to this zone, supports created, you can swing it again. But when you swing, you always want to swing to targets. So that break of high doesn't even make sense for 1-to-1. In terms of swing, no way. In terms of swing, no way. No chance. You're late for swing. Even this would have been a better swing. This close here. This is the best close here. The daily close as well you had. Now no chance. If you swing now, you have to put stop loss. Let's say you took it break of high. Stop loss will have to go back inside the range. 400 pip stop loss. And your target is 200 pip. Doesn't make sense. You can't put it below a candle. That's not a good swing. That's like an intraday, really. That's just taking a trade off of 4 hours. Swing trade is where you're looking to play structural point to structural point. Remember, your swing trade doesn't have to. Even intraday, man. Even intraday doesn't make sense. Because you'll have to hold through NFP. If NFP comes down and gives you a liquidity grab, you're stopped out. You know what I mean? If not NFP, I prefer structure to hold below structure. I wouldn't see, that's still a 200 pip stop loss. I don't see that being a good idea. I rather just wait for supports formed, and then wherever that support's formed, take the trade based off that. No need to hold 200 pip stop loss. You can get in earlier. Because if you expect it to go up, you expect it to go up. Just an idea, because not always about for this. Yeah, but now the bottom wick is, you wouldn't do that here, because this is this is a continuation candle. That's your breakout candle. That's where you would do it. This is your continuation candle. You would do it on a breakout candle, not on the continuation candle. Imagine you're buying a 15-minute. Is this a good place to buy a 15-minute? Now you'd be in heavy drawdown. You would have broke the high, and now you're holding heavy drawdown, almost at SL. So you'd always do it on breakout candles, not the continuation candles, right? Like, think about it like this. If you're trading on 1 hour, you take it on this candle here, right? You wouldn't take it on this continuation candle. You take it on the first setup one, not on the continuation candle. See what GJ is doing here? Okay, it's still trying to 4 minutes till this candle closes here. Hopefully it can chill for a little bit here. Would be ideal to chill for a little bit. Then we could look to take a setup 1 here. If it pushes any deeper, I don't like how big stops will be. It doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. What is NFP? Please tell me. You can Google search it. It's a news event that happens on the first Friday of every single month. Right, first Friday of every month we have NFP, and it's a news event that a whole market looks at. Gonna get the 1 hour close 3 minutes. Yeah, unless it does business and just does this like what it's doing now, then it's game over. It's game over if it does this. There's no way you can enter. If it's gonna close too deep, the move is basically done. If you risk it for the biscuit on the 5 minute, that's just not my style, especially on a Friday. At that point, you'd probably want to put, you know, bigger stop losses because there's no 5 minute structure as well. And you're really kind of taking a gamble at that 5 minute close here, as you have nothing closing below the range. Will NFP give good volume for next week? It's not about that. It's kind of like the week leading into NFP. Markets are slightly inconsistent here. So we see a little bit range on gold, which we saw some days, and then sometimes it's good. You know, it's just a little bit of, sometimes NFP week can be a little bit zigzaggy, you know. Why do you only trade GG and gold? Those are my pairs. Your job is not to trade 50, 60 pairs, 20 pairs, 10 pairs. You have to focus on a few. Alright, we closed pretty deep here. It looks like we're going to close very deep here. How deep is that close from the support here? Already 11 pips below the support here. It makes it very tough to look for continuation on a 15, as we're right next to this 15-minute support here as well. Going to mark this 15-minute support. Can't just ignore the 15-minute support. How about the 30-minute? What are we looking like on 30? That is also a 30-minute support here. We tapped the top of this support here. We're trying to pull back. This is why I didn't want to take it on a 5-minute, because I'd be in drawdown now, not knowing what's going on. And I'd be praying in 17 seconds that this closes below. So we'll see if we get the close below here. So we are getting the close below. If we can get a very deep top wick, that's the only time I can look for a wick fill. Otherwise I can't look for a wick fill here since we tapped something already. So I need to see this come up to maybe 900. If this could come up to 900 would be good. Otherwise set up 3 also. You know? Then that would be ideal. Five straight push down. Yeah, another thing we can do is thunderstorm as well. That would be fine. I mean, we kind of have something going on here, so maybe if this 5 closes below, but this is too small of a top wick to take a wick fill here. As we rejected something, right? That's the problem. We're rejecting this zone here. We rejected this support. So that would not be a smart thing to do, because now you're just gambling because it rejected some. Now, if this was not here, then yeah, you don't really need too much of a top wick. You just need a top wick. You can take it on the flip to fill this zone because it hasn't rejected anything. So you would expect it to be a wick fill. But when it has rejected something here, that's when it becomes an issue. This 5 closing like this also could be interesting here, as we'll have some sort of 5-minute structure now. But we needed to chill for 2 minutes again. Sells break of low without the 5 close. 25 pip stop, 27 pip stop, 3 pips to the 50-minute support. Could just wait for the 50-minute support. I think break of structure and we take a long. We need more things for long. Long will be only back inside of the range at this point here. At the moment we're breaking down here. Respecting this support still. And like I said, need 5-minute closing bearish. That's what I mean. Otherwise we get rejection from this zone. That's why I didn't want to take the wick fill. Would have been just a break-even trade anyways. If it pushed through, you guys won't see that point. But I think these last few days have proven a lot of points. How are you? Looking boring? No, just a little bit tired and a little bit of pain as well. Had a procedure and it's a little bit uncomfortable. I'm a little bit tired as well. Do you think this setup has failed? What is this on? Euro USD 1 hour. Breaking the high, close above. When was this now? I think it's a bit early for Euro USD. Yeah, it's just a bit early this time here. This is 6:45, man. This is not a session time. So that's why it did fail, is because you're trading not in a time of volume. You're trading at a random time. It's not. This is not even Asian. It's not pre-London. It's nothing. It's just a random time. But if it creates support from here, you could be okay. But yeah, where your stop loss is, that's where it would fail, yeah. I was waiting for that setup during Asian. Yeah, but it went past Asian, right? Alright, 5 minute here open, no top wick, dumping. Make it very hard for us today. Yeah, this might just go without us, and we have to accept that. How do you control emotions? I follow my plan. Like, I could FOMO in right now at many times, but I'm gonna feel emotional if I lose that trade because I don't know the probabilities, right? I don't know the probabilities. But if I follow my plan right now, I know the probabilities. I know if I'm gonna be wrong or right, and that's the goal, you know. Now at the moment, there's not really an ideal setup here. We're seeing a lot of BS happening. We're seeing 5 minute here reject and then open no top wick, you know. It's a little bit sketchy here. Now we're at the fit. Now look at this. You see, just push all the way straight through here. And there we go. Done for the day. Treated that support here like it's nothing. No top wick as well, so even if I wanted to enter on 5 minute, can't, because 5 minute rules, we need top wick. Otherwise this could flip, respect the support. See you Monday. Exactly. It's very simple trading. No 15 pullback, yeah, nothing. I mean, it was straight drop on the 5 here, straight drop on the 5. Straight into a 15, straight into the 30-minute level, and that's it. But that's what I mean, the sells make sense here in this part. A lot of people saying that they need different retests and all of this stuff. I scalped US30 and NAS yesterday. Does session buy still apply for the NY Open during major volatility, only trading in the day in general? NYSE Open doesn't apply, but normal NY Open, yes. What we got here? US30 setup 1. Yeah, that's a nice setup 1. It's a tough one, this, man. It's a tough one. Only way I can see we do this is if we put stop loss above. I was looking for tighter stop, but realistically here, I'm not even sure if I'm comfortable. Yeah, stops need to be above 199 here. How big was those stops? So you go break of low, about 28 pips. How big is your target? 22 pips. It's alright for a Friday, I guess. Gives you enough to get somewhere. GJ buy? I don't think GJ is a buy right now. Can you look at UJ? Yeah, what do you want me to look at? What do you want to know about it? Hey, Jabez? You want analysis or just what? Push too far already. I mean, what's the next setup here, right? So you're looking for close below, right? This thing here is very close to your support. If you put stops above here, you're looking at 22 pip stops for a 6 to 9 pip target. So it makes it a little bit tough for you to do that, you know, because it'd be shitty to take such a loss on such a small target. 1 hour is good though. 1 hour did close below the range, so that was in your favor. 30-minute didn't close. I guess you'd be looking for something closing below here. So the only thing is if you rely on volume to continue down, and then you break even at these zones, right? Definitely a move from the JPY. If on chart, would we enter on minute 30? On what? On GJ? Let's have a look. What's this? I think I had something marked there. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be valid, man. That would be valid for sure. Yeah, that's much better. To get down to this level. Yeah, I like this one. Time was this? 7:30. Yeah, I like that one. Because now you can trade back to this wick. I like that. Instead of at this support. This support was a tough support. Our previous zone. Very interesting move here. Wonder if I should risk 30 pips on this and just seeing if it would have to go here. Yeah, 28, 29 pips. 15 pips. I was really trying to get the 5 minutes so that I could run smaller stop and get the risk to reward here. We get the 5 minute close below like I wanted. I can get good risk to reward here. Stops can go back in the range, 21 pips for 23 pip target. GJ is not going to reject anything. It's going to be probably one of those days where now it just starts pushing through levels, finds a level, and then rejects hard. But everyone was, when I was talking about sells, everyone in chat was saying, GJ is going to buy. GJ is going to buy. You're selling into this support. You're selling into that support. Like we can see, like obviously you can't, this is showing a lot of uncertainty of direction. When bias is bearish, we can be certain about that direction, but we need entry here. And that's a shame there's no top wick on this 5. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't even trust that 5. That's a sketchy 5. What's advice for low capital trader to grow $50 to $100? There's no real point of trying to flip $50 to $100. You'll have to blow $50 to $100 a couple of times before one time you get lucky and flip it. Not a couple, a lot of times. Your goal with that type of capital is to work on saving and at the same time learn the skill. So your job is to learn the skill. Your job is to prove to yourself that you can grow $100 consistently. Even if you're making $1, $2, $3. If you can do that consistently, then save up capital, right? It will be good. Capital to start is personal, right? But don't expect to start with $50 and within 6 months you're going to be financially free. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. How far could this drop down? As much as it wants. Once that zone is lost, that's it. Fuck that 5, man. Even with 5 no top wick, it's sketchy. We kept rejecting the zone. I think taking this on 1 hour, putting full 1 hour stops would have been best, but you don't know. I don't like to short GJ. I don't like short on GJ. Well, I love it. It was a great trade. 40 pip stop on 1 hour. It's so hard, man. In hindsight, now it makes sense to run 40 pips, right? We're at 30 pips now. You get your 1-to-1. Yeah, that's the trade for the day. That is the trade for the day. Very, very, very nice push here. That's a very decent push for GJ. Look at the difference between yesterday. Yesterday, absolutely jack shit. Now we get beautiful volume towards the downside. But if it doesn't follow how you enter, then you can't do anything about it. Unless you want to take the risk of a 40 pip SL. But at 40 pip SL, you're not even up 1-to-1 at the moment. So it looks like a great move, but you know, you're risking a lot here because 40 pip SL, you really need price to get going. And you can't predict a move like this. It's hard. Gold is still dumping. Gold is still dumping. Bullish bias on gold. Absolutely jack shit. What's jack shit? Again, 1% came out my loss on gold yesterday. Well done. You think this will retrace or just keep on going? Can't really say. Reason you didn't take? Yeah, I wasn't expecting a 40 pip push. That's what I was just saying. We were looking at that. I was trying to get in on this 5-minute close here. 5-minute open, no top wick and pushed. Ideal was just to take it on 1 hour except 40 pip stop loss. But I wasn't expecting a 40 pip push today on today. You know, but definitely had the volume to do it. A little bit pissed. I should have just put the 40 pip stop loss here. I think I could have got away with 30-minute stops here as well. So I don't need 40 pips. I could have got away with 34 pips here. But I really wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting it to give you that push. That's why I was trying to get in on 5-minute here. Once this 5-minute close bearish break of low, then I can put stop loss above here only, 25 pip stops. Right? and target this here for 22 pips TP1, slightly negative RR, but with volume should push through, right? Just quoted what you said about yesterday's range. Yes. Exactly. So that was my plan there. Took it with 32 pip stops. Yeah, if you get the volume, it's good. Yeah, 32 pip stops give you a place to manage. But well done. I'm good at prediction market, but still losing. You need to have a, yeah, you need to have a risk management plan and entry plan, right? Could we look on sells? 69. That would be your counter trend sells. Yeah, it would be counter trend though. You're going completely against bias. Setup 2, we're still in the range. We need to close back outside the range. So your setup 2 would come above here. 78. Given that we're seeing no bottom top wick, the last time we saw one was 5 days ago, no bottom top wick. Remember yesterday there was no bottom wick, it flipped, made its bottom wick. We saved ourselves 2 losses. 2 losses yesterday waiting for top and bottom wick. Because what if it makes a top wick, a small one, and then reflips, but you got stopped out, right? This as well was sketchy because of 5 minutes still rejected, right? Look, we closed with the rejection here on 5. We still rejected. If it closed deep here, okay, now we have different story. It was still sketchy. It's just in hindsight we're seeing the push that's happened after. Remember, the origin of the move pushed here. So we've had a very big push. GJ creating no structure. Yeah, majority of move is gone. It's in hindsight trading at this point. Yeah, and the worst thing is you can't backtest it because you don't know if that candle, I mean, you can't backtest it from just looking at the charts because you don't know if that candle opened no top wick or bottom wick and later made a wick. You know what I mean? You don't know that. Because something that might have failed might have made a wick, you know? What platform do you use for what? This is called Tradingview. And then to enter, I use something called MetaTrader, right? MetaTrader 5, you connect it with a brokerage, etc., etc. Ed Carson, my friend is a mechanic and it's birthday. What would he want as a gift? A new car. Hello, is the group open now? Yes, I did forget to announce that. Group is open. Group is open. We did open it. So as always, 15 spots are open. If you want to join, then now you can. Now is your chance to join. No wait list. That is now open. Hi, I joined exclusive from WAP. How do I get access to the Discord? Check your email. That's first way you can get access to the Discord. Second way is if you go and log into your WAP, click on products, you will see gain access. There's a little bit, when you click on your products, you'll see Tradesharpe exclusive. Boom. You can press gain access and you'll be able to gain access. Those are the two ways. Never found any soap that is cleaning well? Yeah, but most mechanics use like brake cleaner to clean their hands or wash. I used to wash my hands in petrol when I was working on bikes. That was the best. That's what the mechanic told me. Always, he's like, wash your hands in petrol, make them strong. You know, dry them out so that you have strong hands in the future, and also gets everything off. Then play with matches. Damn. Link to your group. I just posted it in chat. If you can't find that link, then you're gonna be in trouble in trading. I mean, this UJ, do you think B is okay above 1 minute structure? Yeah, if this downtrend is going to continue, it shouldn't need to break 1 minute structure. Otherwise, you could expect a deeper retrace. I mean, you have pretty wide stop loss, so that deeper retrace could still end up playing out. But, you know, I mean, where is that 1 minute structure? Here. Yeah, I mean, if we start to break that, it would break the downtrend and we'd start to see a deeper retrace, I feel. Especially getting back inside of this range as well. You want this candle to close below here in 30 seconds. That's what you're kind of hoping for. Any stupid business in 30 seconds, you're going to be in trouble. Because this is now in a downtrend, so you want it to continue that momentum. Harry, is a rider cool? What about these days? Do you still go ride bikes? No, I don't ride bikes anymore. I used to. There are special towels or soap for mechanics. Yeah, but most mechanics actually don't want to waste money on that, as they use it all the time. Like you know, it's expensive, some of those towels. You know, so most mechanics rather just either wear gloves. You know, that's a smart idea. If you want to be a little bit smarter, just wear gloves. If you're old school, then they're gonna wash it with brake cleaner or petrol. Do you think there's going to be a retracement? You don't know, right? This thing could just keep pushing if it wants to, or it can retrace. Because in terms of us as a trader, we could have reacted at this level, we're at levels. It's not like there's nothing, there's no reason for it to not react, right? So that's what we have to be careful. If we were in this zone here, below here, we'd say, okay, there's nothing really it has to react off. Or like from here to here, there's nothing. You know? Happy birthday in advance, Harry. Damn, how do you know that? That's weird. That's weird, that's weird. But thank you, I appreciate it. You said it's in June? Yeah, but it seems like he knows the day. $25K funded on 0.2 lots on gold. That's very low risk, man. I think you should use a lot size calculator. You can probably use a little bit more. You can maybe use a 0.5, depends on your stop loss. Next option would be wait for sells below 300. Yeah, I need a big retrace, man. Sells are done. That's a move. Being a 40 plus pip move. Hey, what is your leverage? I think my broker set 1 to 500. I just predicted. Oh, okay, fine. We'll let you off. Swifty's birthday is on Sunday. Let's go, man. Heavy retrace here, huh? It makes sense that price must reach here first before going anywhere, which is going to be 72. But it's 7 pips away. Hi, why do you read only the first 2 digits of a 3-digit pip number? Like this example, you measure pips with a tool. This is gold, so gold to calculate pips here, you have to either divide this number by 10 or times this number by 10. Right? So with GJ, it's fine. It's normal. That's 30 pips or times this number by 10. One point is 10 pips? No. It's not. 236 points here is 23 pips. Or if you're talking about this in points, then yes. look, keep it simple. Don't try calculate it in your head. Divide this number by 10 or times this number by 10 to get how many pips. 1 pip is 10 points or pipettes? Yes, that is true. So that's why you times by 10 or divide by 10. Divide the number on right by 10 or times number on left by 10 to understand pips. If you guys don't know how to measure pips, you're going to be in trouble, I'll tell you that much. What's good leverage for $30 account? Doesn't really matter. Leverage doesn't matter. Risk management matters. If you're risking 1-2% of the account, you'll never use more than 1 to 100 leverage. Leverage only matters when you're full margining, which is gamble, right? Nice little retracement here on GJ. Could have set up 2, right? We could have set up 2 form as well. Do you know a good prop firm? Stick to the big guys. You know, FTMO. I don't know. The only one I know who's big and been around for a while is FTMO. Why do we have spreads? Someone needs to make money. Alright? Someone has to make money. It's like an exchange. Think of it like an exchange rate, right? When you go to exchange money, you're not getting the actual rate. You get slightly higher, slightly lower, etc. Same thing here. We're literally exchanging. That's what Forex is. Only difference with Forex is we actually don't buy the currency. So let's say we are buying. That's a big misconception people think. We're trading something called CFDs, which is contracts for difference. CFDs mean that we don't actually buy the asset, right? We're buying a contract of the asset. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that normally if you were to invest in GBP JPY, you would buy the GBP and sell the JPY, right? Whereas when you're trading it, you are just going to buy a contract, and that's a contract for difference, which means you're expecting price to move in a certain direction. A long contract without buying the asset, yes. Are you locked in right now? Oh, waiting, I'm always locked in, man. But there was no setups for me. Kind of missed one setup here that could have been a potential if I ran bigger stop loss, but looking back at that, that's a small mistake I made for the session. Should have left that and taken it break of low, put stop here for 33 pips and let it to run and rely on volume to come here, and I would have got my 1-to-1 just perfectly 1-to-1. But I really wasn't expecting volume because we had so many levels below here. And I didn't want to take a loss on a Friday managing this trade on a retracement here, minus 24 pips, because I can't manage it before that. Even if it closes back inside this range here, I still trust it to respect this. So the only way I can manage it is something closing back in here, which I'm still losing 23, 24 pips. You know, I think if I manage it here, it's too early. Do you care about RR? Not really, but I don't want to be taking a trade with like a, you know, 10 pip target and 30 pip stop loss. Doesn't make too much sense for me. Otherwise, if I'm calculating risk based on that stop loss, then when I hit target, I'm not making too much. Can still make money like that, but I'm not making too much, right? I don't take one-to-one trade setups. I don't think it's worth the risk. It is worth the risk if your win rate is high, right? So my win rate here on stream, 77.2, same off stream, if not even a little bit higher. And that's the point. The setup 2/5 makes sense on gold. It will do. Yeah, it will do if we can leave the range. Just will NFP cause us to chop now for the rest of the session, right? That's sometimes what happens pre-NFP. Price kind of does its theatrics here. We get this nice pump up. Everyone FOMOs into buys. They all get fucked. Now we range until NFP. So that's why I'm saying if you're going to take buys outside the range. Because you'll have a higher chance of continuation outside. Inside of this range is where you're going to lose. Right? Basically, anywhere inside of this box here is losing territory. The only trade you could have taken is if this closed a little bit shallower to try get to here, because I do believe before we go anywhere, we should tap here. After pullback G London volume sells, yeah, it could make sense for sure if we create setup 2 with London volume. That definitely could make sense here. Also depends on the close. If this close is bullish, it's not too confidence inducing, right? We kind of want this candle to close like this, next candle close bearish. Also NFP, it will affect GJ like it does to gold. Yeah, it's the same as any USD news and how it affects GJ. The Japanese yen is a safe haven, so we see that. Give me a sec, guys. I'll go toilet and come back. I know, it was muted, I unmuted it. I only unmuted Zoom. So Zoom got to hear what I had to say, and what I said was super important. It was super important, but you guys are not going to be able to hear what I said. Any financial info you share is good. None of this information is financial advice. This is only educational advice. Not even educational advice. Informational advice. So let's see if we close bearish here in 12 minutes. What's gold doing? As I said, I expect gold to tap here. Like that I do expect. That gold should come and tap here at some point. Whether it pulls back, I do expect it to tap here. Now, that could be a trade, right? But it's only 7 pips away, so not really a trade for me. Especially 30 pips stop loss on that. Damn. 30 pips for that. What are you trading after stream? Today would be my hamstring and deadlift day. Not even London yet, insane volume. Yeah, this was an option here. I really should have considered this, but as I said, I didn't trust these supports here. I thought we could reject one of them and then I'm just going to end up on a break-even trade. So I really, once I saw the 5-minute rejecting, I had a lot of confidence we would get 5-minute structure for me to sell here. And I was relying everything on that. You know, I was relying everything on that. I should wait at least 30-minute structure to sell gold as it's not closed yet? For sure. We're bullish bias today on gold. Keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. We are bullish bias. So selling gold is not the immediate thing. I think the best time to trade today is right after the news. No, I think the best time to trade today is to full margin news. It's Friday. You have profits from the week. You know, you either blow your account and then you can redeposit Monday, you know, no problems. Redeposit Monday and go again. Find some other news to go and gamble on. And I think that's going to be the best way, because the one day that you hit it, that's the day that you make back all your losses and end up being break even for the year. Had we taken in the wick fill, we would have been break even. Yeah, not the wick fill. I think break of low, Kareem, is where. But remember, break of low would mean we go with higher stop loss. Wick fill was invalidated, but then if we take break of low, we go with stop loss back above here. I might gamble some more. Did you long GME? If you did, well played. One hour closes weak bearish with big wick. Overall downtrend. Does it mean reversal to keep going up? No, we would need to see more information. We could, that would tell me if we see the 1 hour close like this here, that would tell me that any downside move, high chance we're going to see that also reject at some point. That's what it tells me. I'm going in GJ after flip. After flip of what? Oh, you mean bullish flip? You're looking for buys? Bro, you're actually so funny. Most of the time you're very serious. Sometimes you drop the funny shit ever. Yeah, it just depends on the situation. This trade today would have been like your perfect, you know, you just got, look, you exactly got your 1-to-1 and then that's it. End of story. I don't know, man. Put me off. I really thought I would get this bullshit 5-minute structure here. But anyways, whole move is retraced. Sells are gonna come back below that 50-minute support. Will buys make sense? If we close back in the range, if we see 5-minute close bearish and then close bullish above, I think we can scalp buys. You know, we can scalp buys. If not, this is creating a juicy LTA for sells. I bought out of money calls when at the 50 strike, expiry tomorrow. I sold when it hit 50 today. Damn, that's a perfect thing. Out of money calls, you have a premium or there's no premium? For holding it. Harry, who wants to live stream GTA 6 next year? If I live stream a game, I will now live stream Counter-Strike. How many people would watch Counter-Strike if I live stream it? That would be some funny shit. Said to fuck me all week? Yeah, it would. CS, let's go. I'd give it a try. It would be for the vibes. Like, you guys would hear chat. Like, the arguments that happen on Counter-Strike are so funny. I'll play Face It. So we'll play, it will be super funny. Harry, do you have a girlfriend? Yeah, her name is Jay, but she calls me the G. How many kills would you get? My average kills is like 18 to 20. 18 to 20. Pretty good. Average KD last 20 games, 1.2 KD. It's pretty good. Pretty good for Counter-Strike. MR, you know. MR12 these days. 20 kills per month. Let's wait for CS3. Maybe you'll get good by then. I'm sure I'll be good by then. Then I'll go pro, and if I go pro, then Claudio doesn't get Harry as a trader anymore. He'll cry. So be careful what you wish for. Can I play with you? Where do you live, man? You can, but ping is an issue, right? I'm playing on Dubai servers. Are you planning on blowing the account later? No, I never plan on blowing my account. Tell you one thing, if I blew my account, it's not going to be very, very good, man. Definitely no buying myself any gifts, that's for sure. Blown my gift spending money. I'm in India. Oh, you're in India, you get 70? Yeah, that's playable. That's playable. Seeing you play, let's say I'm not worried I'll get you. Problem, he hasn't seen me play. What's your name on CS? That's my name on CS. Are you still on Steam? Of course. What rank have you reached in CS? Back in CSGO, I was Supreme. But then I started playing Face It. I don't play matchmaking anymore. I play Face It only. Remember Forsaken? No, my favorite player back in the day was Scream. Should rob the Federal Reserve. Fuck trading gold. TS team will march in and take straight from the vault. Lobsters for hold. Damn, bro. Man's coming for fire here. How much money did you put and how much will you get out with? Normally, if I put 1,000, I'll get out with 1,000. Doctor disrespect. What about Shroud? Yeah, he's like the only player from NA that is like famous. Made it far. I wouldn't say the only, but like the biggest one. Alright, this could be an interesting close here in 2 minutes, because if we close below the range, any 15 closing bearish, there could be sells, right? 1 hour would still be closing bearish. Gold is still in the range as well. Needs to get out. So we'll see what happens there. We're selling at 198.909. I wouldn't sell. I mean, yeah. Come on, bro. You're telling me you sold at the wick? Yeah, come on, bro. If you sold here, then congrats. You're in some profits. As long as you followed your plan. Timia says hi, Harry. What that is? Say hi back. Harry, what percentage you average withdrawal in? It's a good question. I don't withdraw every month, so I only withdraw when I need it. I did withdraw this month, but I didn't withdraw last month. So I just withdraw when I need it, or if I need to pay something. Otherwise, I don't mind. And I don't want to let account balance in my account get too high. But now, one very good thing that makes me quite comfortable, but I need to research it a bit more. IC markets now have an insurance policy on your account, which is pretty good. Psychedelic, nice. How many percent you withdraw? If I withdraw, then I withdraw how much I need in terms of monetary value. Could be 8, 10, 12, 15%. You know what I mean? Can broker use your money if you don't withdraw for too long? No, they should not. That's for sure. They should not. I did see you, bro. This is great, bro. This skin here is worth more than what people have in their trading account. This skin is worth maybe like how much is Dragon Laws worth these days? At least these days $10K. Type in Google Dragon. 20K? Damn. Yeah, $20K. All right, London Open. How did the 1 hour close here? We closed basically bearish. Okay, not too bad. 30-minute as well. Close bullish here. Still respecting the range. If this 15-minute can close bearish, we have a setup 2. We have a setup 2. No, Kareem, no. I'm just gonna be a bot in that then for that. Do you play video games? Not really. I'm not a gamer. I'm more active. I don't really have time to play video games, but if I, on the weekend want to chill a little bit, I'll play a game here or there, When I was younger, I played a little bit, but not a gamer. I like to be more active, go out, go to gym, all that good stuff, you know. What is setup number 2? Setup number 2 is part of my entry criteria, entry plan. And you can find that out for free on my YouTube channel, right? If you go down to my YouTube channel, have a look at my setup entry video, you'll find it there. Top 3 price action entries in my Forex strategy. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time if you're not productive in your life. It's a waste of gaming is a waste of time if you're not productive. But if you want to use it to relax, have fun, holy shit, bro. What did you used to play? Oh, really? Okay, okay. Thanks, bro. You're a legend, really. I'm no legend. I appreciate you guys showing up to stream. If you are enjoying the discussion on stream, I know we're still waiting for something. I know this week, NFP week, today NFP day. Not sure what's going to happen. You know, do leave a like, leave a subscribe, do all of that business. I do appreciate it. How are you earning money from streaming? Yeah, I'm very transparent about that. I'll show you guys how much I earn from streaming. It's not much. It doesn't do anything for me, but I always like to be transparent with that, so you guys can see that I'm not here for monetary reasons. So let's go take a stream that I got good views in. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Stream with good views. All right, analytics. Here's a good views. 823 views. So as you can see in this stream here, we have 629. This stream here I had 764, so a little bit more than average. 823. $4 I make on a stream like that. I'll make $4, and that's maybe on the higher end because this is a little bit more viewers than a day like today. 800 peak, almost 900 viewers, right? We peaked here at what, 818 viewers, 822 viewers, so about 200 more views than today. You will only make $4, so definitely not streaming for monetary purposes, right? It doesn't really change. Also, YouTube will take a lot of that. It doesn't do anything for me, right? And also some streams I have copyright music, so that copyright music will not be even paid. I don't really care about it. It's not something I focus on, right? For me, YouTube is not something to make money off, right? In terms of being paid by YouTube, it's to build a brand for myself. Like, no way I'm streaming to be paid from streaming, man. That would be the absolute worst way to make money. I'm here streaming to show you guys. First of all, the reason I'm streaming is I'm not a content creator. I don't want to be sitting all day making content for you guys. But at the same time, I do want to make content and help people because I enjoy it. So how am I going to do that? By creating live streams, because live stream I can just do what? Right? I can just stream what I do. Right? Which is here working. Put some good music on. Yeah, today's music, I won't be copyrighted for this, but sometimes even bad music like this, there's like a song that comes on that's copyrighted and then that's it. All right, we're trying to create a resistance here. If this 5 can now pop up and next 5 close below, I'm pretty interested here because I want 15-minute candle closing bearish for me to take sells. What's going through my head right now is we basically broken previous 15-minute lows. So if we look at this active setup being wanting to be active, we shouldn't need to break these previous 15-minute lows. We have 5 minutes rejecting from this support zones here pretty nicely. If we re-break this low, there's no reason for this to go up. So I'm thinking, would half on the re-break of the low now make sense? Now that we've rejected, why should we reject up bullish, come back down, re-break its own low? I feel like that would give us a push. I'm scared because 15-minute here closes in what? 6 minutes here. 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes, a lot can happen here. Now, this all depends on also this 5-minute close. If this 5-minute close is like this, then I do need a 5-minute candle closing below. Even if it breaks the low and flies, that's just me gonna be safe on a Friday. Now, obviously, 15-minute close will also be perfect here. 15-minute close. 15-minute close will be a setup 2. We can take the setup 2. Why not wait for 15 then? Yes, but now it's getting close to the 5. Your next shot will be to wait for the 15. What are the boys doing here on GU? I'm seeing some chat going on. Let me go see what's happening. GU closed above the range here, setup 1. What's bias on GU today? Oh yeah, 4-hour bullish, not bearish bias on GU today. Oh, full bullish bias. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is your watch zone here in that trade. 30-minute. If it can't break through that, you're probably going to be break even. If not, then the 1-hour resistance is next target here. Not 1 hour, the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours next target. Daily max target. Where's the daily? Yeah, daily max. Now the wick has crossed it. You can look for extension if this is going to do it. But realistically here, looking at that 4 hour being first target. Not first target, but definitely a major watch zone. Goldilocks is doing what? Still trying to. This is what I mean. Goldilocks can get stuck in a range here. Easily she can get stuck in a range. If I take any trade today, I've made a decision that in that trade I'm going to risk an amount that still keeps me positive for the week. Right? Because I do want to end the first week of the month positive. Gives me a lot of confidence going into the second week, because then I can look to, you know, leverage that. Also took UJ setup 2 on 5 minute, bearish setup 2, I'm guessing. 15 minute was fine. 15 minute you got your bearish move. Oh, it's the same. It's the same, the 5 and the 15. Today is NFP, yeah, being careful. Yeah, this is a good setup 2 here. Nice rejection wick respecting the zone. You have 3,000 hours on CS. Damn, Kyle. Damn. You play Face It? $3,000 hours, no Face It? Come on, bro. What website do you recommend for news? Forex Factory? Yeah, I like Forex Factory. It's one I've been using for a while. I need this 15-minute candle closing below this orange line I have here. If it doesn't close below the orange line, it's a bit sketchy for me. So we have 1 minute here. Let's see if we can do it. That would also close the 5 minute below the support here. Break of low will start to make sense for sells. Break of low will start to make sense for sells. So 40 seconds for it to close below here. Ideally, I want it to close where my mouse is, not like this rejection here. "26 seconds. I wonder if we can do it in 26 seconds here. We do need to close below. Otherwise, I don't trust it. 15 seconds. Stop loss will go above the highs here, but it's not looking likely at the moment. Okay, we formed a support here. We didn't close above. We closed above. Might have to wait one more 15 here. Next 15 will also be the 30 minute as well. That's going to be the case at this point here. Yeah. Gold, no top wick, close above the range. Be careful with that. How's Dixie looking pre-NFP here? Quite bearish. Definitely had a zone to bounce. Would you consider thunder on gold? I think it would be a scalp. If you get a thunder on gold, it would be worth a scalp. You know, quick break even at the 4 hour, and if it reflips, close half on the reflip and then leave the rest. Right? So let's say a thunder forms here. I'd be interested to try it as a scalp. If it breaks the high, taps 4 hour, comes back, I'm not going to be too happy. If it just breaks high, reflips, breaks low, I'm closing half, and I'll be in half anyways, and then I'll leave the rest, and then maximum I lose on that is like, if I close half there, maybe 0.3%, something like that, and I'll be happy like that. To give myself a shot. Try gain an extra 0.5% today. If I can gain an extra 0.5% today, that's happy for an NFP day. Gold reacting from 4 hours, stop CDL. It closed just above. It did close just above. That's why thunderstorm would make sense, but we need this to close weak bearish. This is a bit strong bearish. So probably now a next candle closing above there, you can take a scalp trade. Stop loss below here, 17 pips. Try get 9 pips up to there, and then try get up to here somewhere. How is GJ doing? Yeah, so now we need this 5 minute to go bearish so that it can close. Oh, this is nice. If this can flip and close bearish after breaking these highs, it's like grabbing liquidity from the highs. We see it flip and close bearish, I'm interested. Harry, if you take some withdrawal from your trading account, then how do you pay for other expenses? What do you mean for other expenses? That's the reason you take a withdrawal out, is to pay for stuff you want to pay for. I take it out directly wire directly to my bank account. Bank account here, I have a relationship manager. They just ask you to show your financial statement on your broker if they have any doubt, but once they see it once or twice, it's not too much of a big deal. If this 15 closed bearish now, where would you put stops? Above the wick. This wick, the current 15 wick. Because if it breaks that, I don't want to be in the trade, as I expect it to go down. My internet is working fine while browsing, but not on your stream. I'm telling you, my stream is special, that's why. Which broker do you use? I see. I see, you see, we all see. That was an IT people joke. Yeah, I've just heard it before. It popped in my head and I said it. I've just heard it before, so it popped in my head. Not feeling price this morning. NFP day, guys. You know, NFP day. Let's chill. Friday. It's gonna be a good weekend. It's not been a bad week. You know, it's not been a super amazing week, but one win, 30 pip banger. Can't complain. I'm up 1.5% for the week. I'll call it. I see love slipping my break even. I haven't had problems with that. That's why I don't recommend brokers, because I don't want to be involved. All right, 7 minutes. We have time. me a sec, guys. Go to it and come back. Alright, we're trying to push up here on GJ instead. Not trying to go down, which I really wanted here actually. Continue the bearish bias. 5 minutes, a lot can change. Gold, we're just saying fuck you, which is why I didn't want to take those buys there with no top wick. Gold will be dangerous on NFP day for sure. What server you on? They put me on London or Frankfurt, depends. That's the two servers I see me being put on. Like today I'm on Frankfurt, FRK. Come on GJ, flip and close below. This would be perfect if it flipped and closed below. Please, make my day. Flip and close below. That would be such a juicy setup with the liquidity grab towards the upside. 30-minute now closing bearish, 15 closing bearish, 5-minute break of structure. I shouldn't have said anything. Now that I said something, it's not going to happen, is it? Trust it will? Okay, I trust. I trust an online income hustler. I trust you, bro. You said it will. I trust you. Today, my trust is in your hands. And if the setup fails, everyone blame online income hustler. I think he bounced. He's like, oh, he's here, he's here. I was in $50 loss. I trusted it and I got $100 profit. Trusted what? It is not a good thing. You have to trust something. You have to trust what? Your plan. Not just trust it. Trust your plan. Oh, it's trying, guys. It's trying. She's flipping. Oh, never mind. If this doesn't flip now, then I'm probably gonna head off and I'll tell you the plan of what you can wait for to happen next. but I'm not gonna sit around. Very happy we didn't FOMO into gold, waited for a thunder or something. This would have been bullshit stopped out right now. Very close to being stopped out. How far am I? If we were to take this, we would have been, oh, that's a 40 pip stop as well. Wow, that's no joke, huh? 40 pip stop, and now we're 5 pip away from SL on a NFP, and I'll be telling myself I should have waited for there to be a top wick. Would have said all those excuses, which were true. NFP day, rejected from 4 hour. Yeah, you and Bogdan have that 4 hour. For me, it closed above the 4 hour on the 5, but I was not gonna take it anyways. I was looking for. Check GJ. Oh, might be happening. Break of low might be interested. 17 pip stop. Like I said, how much I'm gonna risk on this. So make sure to manage your risk so you don't lose for this week if you're up. But if you're up heavy profits this week, then I mean, giving a % back is not gonna be an issue. For me, it will. It's not an issue because it's a revolving balance, but all I need now is a top wick on the next candle and a bottom wick on this one. Ooh, I have a bottom wick on broker, but no top wick. Don't do this to me, GJ. No, no. I'm gonna cry, guys. I'm gonna cry. You guys in? Yeah, just be careful. No top wick here. I need my top wick. I'm still okay taking it, but I need my top wick here. If it pushes down a little bit more, then it's done. Ah, shit. What's this? I have bottom wick on broker. Ah, damn, boys. Damn. You can't get in on this though because it open pushes, right? So you're gonna be entered late. That's the problem with it. Just be careful, guys. Just be, if you guys are in on this, you're up 7 pips. Don't let this be losing trade. Target the bottom of the range. I had top wick on C Trader, so I entered. Perfect. Go ahead and enter. I was looking. Look at this on my broker here. I had bottom wick, like I said. Look at how good of a bottom wick I had. I just didn't have that top wick. You know, look at this. But this is the trade. This is the exact trade. I just couldn't do it myself. Congrats to everyone who took it. That's the one. We called that. We planned that. Everything was planned. I followed my plan as well. Stops can be break even as we attack this 198,500. Max TP gonna be down here, and TP looks like gonna be smashed. Congrats to everyone. Congrats. If you guys took it, make sure to be stops at break even. Why didn't you take half? Because it pushed down on the open. If it opens push, then I'm not gonna just FOMO in low, right? I'm not gonna FOMO in low. Good setup, good plan. Thank you very much. All good, guys. All good. If you had your top wick, there we go. TP about to be smashed here. Very close to TP. I do expect it. You can squeeze on 1 minute as well. Squeeze on the 1 minute. Anything breaking 1 minute highs. But that's a quick 17 pips here. If you had your nipple wick, perfect. I took it but got in 7 pips late. Yeah, that's the exact thing I didn't want to do because I would have lost 7 pips more. Right? I would have lost 7 pips more. But that was perfect. We talked about how this can retrace here. Make that top wick by breaking this high to grab liquidity just to close below the level here. And that's going to be your trade. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. If nipple, I would have gone for sure. It opened up here on my broker. Like when my broker loaded, it was already down here. Yeah, you guys always have to watch your broker. Like I said, I showed you my broker. Look at the perfect bottom wick I had here. But look at the gap. I even opened up on a gap on my. Look at this. Look at the perfect bottom wick I had on the candle. I should drag it more. Look at how perfect bottom wick I had on the candle. Nice bottom wick. This open gap and it was down here. I'm like, oh, this is gonna make a top wick. Let it make a top wick and I'll get in. You know, but that's just based on your broker feed. If you had a nipple wick, a lot of people had a nipple wick, then that's it. You catch this move and it follows the plan. But I'm gonna follow what my broker shows, right? I'm gonna follow what my broker shows. But that's a clean here, 16.8. No bottom, no top on mine. Well, yeah, then it's hard, right? Makes you double uncomfortable. Is it gonna go down more? I guess we've tapped target here. You should be BE, but we basically tap target here. You know, Friday, take what you can get from the market. Yep, stayed out. Yeah, it's a tough one though. I mean, I've been sitting here waiting, planning for this move as well. You know, but this is a move where you get down to the support, tap into this 1 minute zone, secure up. Right? Anything breaking this 1 minute high now, I believe will have a deeper retrace. That's how it works. Can you explain why you didn't take the gold trade? Yeah, simple reason, man. No top wick on gold. That's one of my rules. So the same way we had no, if we'd have no bottom wick, right? If we had no bottom wick, then that's going to be the same. But you can see no top wick rejected, right? Monday awesome, guys. That's how it is, man. Unless, did you have a top wick, Jebez? Did you manage to get in on that? It's hard, man. I think a lot of people wouldn't have been able to do it. I doubt it. No top wick on my broker too. Yeah, it's a tough one. Because imagine you get in and it just flips to make its top wick and you're an endless drawdown, you know? Endless drawdown. You should have trusted him. I did. He followed my plan and trusted it will flip last minute. So he gave the confidence that we will get the close below. But he messed it up because he didn't ask for a top wick. He should have asked for that. What does no top wick? Let's say this push down flipped straight to stop loss. That's the problem. Once a top wick is made, you don't expect it. Now it has a very high chance to go and make a top wick in the next 8 minutes. There's a chance of that. Right? That's very nice. I want to journal that trade because that's a perfect setup 2 here, right? Long time since we've seen a setup 2. This is a perfect setup 2. Retest the zone, next candle goes up, grab liquidity from the previous candle high, close below the zone and then continue down. Perfect setup 2. Perfect. Perfect. So it's a very big shame, but for those who caught it, there we go. Perfect. Thanos, let's see what happened with Thanos. Next 50 minutes, no top wick, also closing with small wick, move to hard BE. Last 50-minute flip was gonna close bearish. You got stopped out on this? Or you got in on just on the flip? Okay, nice. Full at 70. Okay, you got in on the flip instead. Okay, Didn't wait for the close. That was a tough. I mean, if we were flipping 2 minutes before the close, I think flip would be good, but it was literally 10 seconds before the close. You don't want it to flip, trigger you in, and then the next candle just ends up pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. You know? Those who call what? This trade here. Few people. Look, now the top wick comes. So if that top wick came earlier, you'd be screwed. That's the gamble. Yeah, you know, now it's creating a top wick, but this is the problem here. It's just how it is, man. That's one of those things. NFP day being classic. Gold here messing up a lot of people who take early buys here. Right? I told you we have to tap this here first. No matter if we pull back here, we have to tap into this zone first. Yeah, classic. I took the trade, got out with little profit. Yeah, it's hard. At least you got in the trade, that's the main thing. Thank you, sir, anytime. Anyways, that was the plan today. Obviously, didn't have top wick on my broker, but if you did get in that, congrats. That's what we were waiting for. Beautiful to see the whole plan play out and how that works. So I hope that you guys learned something from there, right? And yeah, that was basically it, man. That was basically it. So I'm gonna end stream here. I appreciate you all. Have an amazing weekend, right? And never stop these streams. Learned a lot. No, I'm glad. Yeah, you could see how being patient, not FOMOing into sells, wait for the pullback, wait for resistance to be formed to take sells towards the downside. You know, that's the whole plan behind this. So appreciate everyone showing up. Catch you on Monday. And yeah, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully speak to you guys soon. Peace. Yes, sir.